I voyaged far in skies unknown, by seeking treasure unforetold. And from the stars and darkness deep, I find my way back home. To the wind our caution's thrown, adventures high, our wills are stone. We've journeyed seeking treasure bright, and now we sail for home. 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 With dreams and riches unforetold, we venture off to shores unknown. We sail our ship across the stars to treasure far from home.
Wow, what an incredible way to kick off our show today. I'm so stoked Spelljammer is coming out.
Which means I can finally say, Spelljammer confirmed. The time has come to welcome one and all to the first ever D&D Direct, a show packed with all the exciting, entertaining, and epic information you'll need to immerse yourself in the world of Dungeons & Dragons for 2022 and beyond. I'm B. Dave Walters.
And I'm Anna Prosser, and we are truly honored to be your host today.
For the next 30 minutes, we are going to travel between worlds, from role-playing games to video games to entertainment and partner reveals. So gather around as we bring you the most exciting and up-to-the-minute D&D announcements right now.
We have exclusive content from Wizards of the Coast, Perfect World, Paramount Pictures, and many more to show you just how vast and captivating the world of Dungeons & Dragons is for all the ways that we players love to engage.
First, we're going to take you on a deeper dive into the Spelljammer universe with a look into Spelljammer Adventures in Space.
In the far reaches of space.
Whoa, I'm sucked in.
Hi everybody, I'm Chris Perkins. I am the project lead on Spelljammer Adventures in Space. And this is
Tristan Falcone. We're so excited to talk to you about Spelljammer. Deep Space meets Deep Sea. My favorite thing about Spelljammer, the thing that brought me to it in the first place, is that it combines all of the excitement of a nautical exploration. Instead of teleporting from A to B, we're gonna get in a ship and we're gonna take the really, really long way around.
yeah, the scenic route, right? Where
Yes.
you get to see all the cool stuff that you can't see on the highway, like cities built on asteroids and monster lairs carved out of asteroids and dead gods floating in the ether. These are the kinds of sights that players will get to experience on board the deck of a ship. Spelljammer is a campaign setting in a slipcase with 3 books, a DM screen, and a poster map.
Double-sided.
There's 3 64-page hardcover books. The first book is called The Astral Adventurer's Guide, and it's aimed at players and DMs, because not only does it have everything the DM needs to know to run campaigns and adventures set in wild space, but it also has options for players in it, including 6 new playable race options. The Astral Elves.
These are elves with starlight in their eyes. They've left the Feywild and they want to go be in space.
Autognomes, which are mechanical gnomes, built gnome tough.
What's the next one?
The Hadozi.
Oh, the Hadozi. Yeah, the flying monkey creatures, right?
Yes. And then we have the GIF.
Jiff.
GIF.
Agree to disagree, but sure.
The GIF, or GIF, are a race of hippo-headed folk who don't know where they came from, not sure where they're going. They're looking for home in all the wrong places. Then we have the Plasmoids.
You get to play as a slime. I'm so excited.
Yes, our first character race where you are an ooze. And then we've got the Thri-kreen, which are insectile humanoids that have telepathy, so you can have silent conversations with your friends. And they have carapaces that can actually change color and hue to blend into their surroundings.
I love them.
You gotta have the bug folk. The second book, which is called Boo's Astral Menagerie, named after the very famous miniature giant space hamster, is a bestiary of new monsters for the setting. For instance, there are space clowns,
There's also vampirates, murder comets.
giant space hamsters, there are solar dragons and lunar dragons, all kinds of creatures. And the third and final book is an adventure. And it's called Light of Xerixis. It is an all-new D&D adventure set in wild space in the astral sea. And it's got how many episodes?
12 episodes, believe it or not.
And each one of those ends in a cliffhanger.
You jerk.
I know, until you get to the, of course, conclusion where
Everything goes absolutely buck wild, and you'll have to see for yourself.
Spelljammer Adventures in Space, coming in August 2022.
August, is that right?
Yeah.
Chris, is there anything we can do in the meantime to get going?
Oh, wait, yes. In July, we are going to release a prequel adventure. All you need is a Wizards account, sign up now, and set sail for the stars.
I love Spelljammer, and I cannot wait to further explore the astral sea with these books. And here's something else that greatly enhances your Spelljammer expeditions. Our partner WizKids has created an entire collection of spacefaring figurines. Let's take a look at the exclusive preview now.
There are worlds beyond worlds. Cold, hot, light, dark, watery, and earthen. They all share one basic need. A need for heroes. Attention Voyagers, at long last the epic space fantasy returns. Elevate your Spelljammer campaign with Icons of the Realms miniatures from WizKids. Take on a cosmic enemy with new playable races, NPCs, and otherworldly creatures from the depths of wild space, like Doughwar and Space Swine, Giant Space Hamster, and the menacing Void Skaver. Enhance your storytelling experience with 2-in-1 combined figures. Now you're ready to face any danger in the astral sea. Well, almost any. Maximize your immersion with gargantuan models. Or get tactical. Only you can vanquish the threat of destruction and prevent calamity. Welcome to Spelljammer. Collect all Icons of the Realms figures online or at your local game store this fall.
You can collect this devastating Dreadnought and all the other Spelljammer figures at your local game store this summer.
Next, we want to bring you the latest on Baldur's Gate 3. So let's check in with Sven at Larian Studios for a look at all the recent progress they've made.
Sven! Sven! There's an update! Sven? Sven? Have you guys seen Sven? There's an update. Oh, okay. Sven? 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 Ah! Who are you?
A doctor.
Okay, and where is Sven?
Sven's incapacitated at the moment.
A look of concern grows over the healer's face. He clearly suspects you're suffering the early effects of ceramorphosis.
What was that?
Now he just thinks you're weird.
You've got a parasite in your brain, and it must be removed. But first, according to the official apothecary health and safety protocols, we'll have to test your memory. Tell me, what do you still remember of the last 18 months?
I have to leave. No, I'm going.
Memories wash over you as the worm burrows into the lobe responsible for producing quality promotional videos. Suddenly, a trailer materializes in your mind's eye, fully formed.
By the nine hells, we've added a lot of great stuff already. And there's more where that came from. So join us in early access on our journey to Baldur's Gate 3, or come along in 2023 when the game releases. Thanks, Doc.
Wait, no, wait, your Ceramorphosis!
Baldur's Gate 3 keeps getting better and better. There is still a lot more in store for the game with an expected 2023 release date.
But in the meantime, let's set our sights on glorious adventures and fresh new locales in Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. To give us all the insider details, here are Ajit George and Wes Schneider.
Hi, I'm Ajit George.
And I'm Wesley Schneider, and we're here today to talk about Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel, a new anthology of Dungeons & Dragons adventures.
One of the things I love most about this book is that we got 16 black and brown writers to put together stories based on their lives, their backgrounds, their cultures, and their myths to weave 13 incredible adventures and 15 new locations that players and DMs can really dig into.
This anthology covers levels 1 to 14 and really highlights the incredible diversity of possibilities and adventures that you can see in Dungeons & Dragons.
The Radiant Citadel could be a gateway through to all of the 15 lands described in there, but also there are 12 missing portals or Concord jewels that are transports. And that could be used to make links to their locations in their own home games.
The adventures and locations, you can run these as one-off adventures themselves, or you can set them in any of a host of campaign settings.
In writing for the Radiant Citadel, all of the writers, they share their notes with each other, and so you will see seeds of each other's lands and adventures within the other, and you get the sense of like a shared world. The cultures, they all connect to the Radiant Citadel in that the Radiant Citadel is ruled by a group called the Speakers for the Ancestors.
Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel includes multiple adventures. We're going to talk about just 3 of them here today, starting off with the adventure Wages of Vice.
Wages of Vice is a 5th level adventure. The art is gorgeous, bright, a lot of pastels, something you don't usually see in D&D, incredibly evocative of the Caribbean and the people. I think people are just gonna grab onto this art and it's gonna provoke their imagination to kind of sink into the land and the culture.
Our 14th level adventure is called Orchids of the Invisible Mountain, and this is a plane-spanning adventure where you start off in this region called Antagua. You're going to see mystery and majesty of the Feywild, but then go all the way to the inscrutable Far Realm and face creatures in the realm of madness. This adventure also includes a new monster, the Whistler, a Far Realm entity that's going to horrify your parties.
The Fiend of Hollow Mine is a 4th level adventure. It takes place in the city of San Satlan and the festival, the Night of the Remembered, when the departed and the dead come back to celebrate with their lost ones, their loved ones, in this raucous party of skeletons and spirits. And for this one night, those who have been lost come back and share this beautiful moment, and the players get to be part of that. This book has so much to offer. 13 new adventures, 16 new locations.
And this is all just a taste of the adventures, the locations, and the monsters that you're going to find in Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel when it releases on June 21st.
I can already see the Dungeon Master wheels in your mind turning, B-Dave.
Yes, you know me, and I am what I am, and it is absolutely true, which is why I feel qualified to appeal now to our fellow Dungeon Masters. What we have for you next is something you have never seen before. But I feel compelled to fortify you with caution. For once you cast your gaze on these, you will not be able to live without them. You have been warned.
love how you can apply those monster clings and then just easily peel them back off and reuse them. Handy and sustainable.
Next, we have the terrain case that will also enhance your D&D experience like never before. I definitely want both of these campaign cases in my arsenal.
Always both.
Always
definitely.
both, definitely both.
Which is why it is so great that they'll be available this July. Next, we're thrilled to take you from the tabletop to the big screen with an exciting update from the filmmakers of the upcoming D&D movie.
Hi, I'm John Francis Daly.
And I'm Jonathan Goldstein. After years of being devoted players, we, like you, have spent a lot of time imagining the incredible places, characters, and limitless adventure that D&D offers.
We could not be more excited to bring this world to the big screen. We just wrapped shooting in some of the most incredible locations.
It's a dream come true to bring the Forgotten Realms and the Sword Coast to life. We set out to capture the spirit of fun and surprise that we all love about D&D.
Thank you to our awesome partners at Wizards of the Coast, but most importantly, thank you to you, the greatest fans in the world.
It's going to be in theaters March 2023. We can't wait for you to see it.
There you have it! Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves, coming to theaters March 2023.
It cannot get here soon enough. And I love how film is another incredible way to inspire and invite new players to join the D&D community. There's just so much variety and evolution here. It is always the perfect time to try your first game. And it makes it easier than ever for new players to join us and create these lasting memories and experiences for themselves.
You're so right, B. Dave, and especially right now, it's the digital aspects of this set that make it so simple. Take a look at this. This brand new D&D starter set not only features a fresh new adventure, it comes with digital onboarding tools that immediately introduce new players to the basics.
It has never been easier, and the set itself is also different from the current starter set. It is more streamlined and easier to understand. Additionally, the starter set contains everything you need to start playing the world's greatest role-playing game.
It's always so exciting to welcome the next generation of players, and this starter set is the best way for players to share their love of D&D with their friends and family members, and especially kids.
Speaking of amazing digital content, a new D&D digital library is available on the D&D website today. Just use or create your Wizards account to get access to all this new digital content right now. We already told you about the Spelljammer Academy adventure, but there's something else, and it's one of my favorite things, the new digital Monstrous Compendium. Talk about another treasured memory. I mean, all the way back to the beginning, one of my favorite things to do was to get the old Monstrous Compendium and look at all the stat blocks and all the art and just dream about all these terrible creatures, beholders and umber hulks and mind flayers.
Can I have a Displacer Beast instead?
We can have both.
Okay,
why not both?
fair.
You know, I mean, I can still see my massive second edition binder bulging at the seams with iconic art because, well, I mean, I still have it.
Of course.
No, I love that thing. And I'm so excited they are bringing it back and that it will continue to be updated.
Monstrous Compendium Volume 1 will be available to all players with a Wizards account or a D&D Beyond account and comes with 10 monsters from Spelljammer, both well-known and completely brand new for your collection. Throughout the year, you can collect more volumes of the Monstrous Compendium and expand your collection of the monsters from across the multiverse.
For example, Volume 1 features the Eldritch Lich, one of the most powerful undead wizards to ever exist, which is something I'm super pumped about. And then there's something I know that you're gonna be pumped about, the 10-legged asteroid spider.
Is 10 legs better than 8? Or
I mean, objectively better than 8. There's more legs. That's more better. Right?
I'm not sure.
Well, there's at least one monster none of us have seen, the Star Lancer.
That's really exciting. I can't wait to see that. And it's only a tiny taste of all the stuff coming to players this year in their D&D digital library on the D&D website.
Dungeons & Dragons is a fantasy world for everyone around the world. That's why we're delighted to showcase the latest books will be available in French, Italian, German, and Spanish.
This is a tremendous expansion to the list of titles Wizards of the Coast first started offering in European languages in 2021. We're thrilled to announce that these titles will now be available. Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, Monsters of the Multiverse, Curse of Strahd.
Big fan of that one.
Me too. And the new starter set.
Next, let's see how Gearbox Publishing is pulling us back into the Forgotten Realms with this exclusive video for the action MMORPG Neverwinter.
I've spent my life studying the enigma of dragonkind. What drives them, where to find them, the power they command. I've watched them build and topple whole societies. And I've seen the truth behind their treacherous words. They can be cold and callous. Some are outright savage, while others are more calculated in their ruinous pursuits. No matter their motivations, whatever fuels their primal rage, it is my responsibility to protect the citizens of Faerun from these dragons. Tell me, Dragon Slayer, will you join us?
You can play this next major expansion to Neverwinter on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. New dragon lairs, spectacular dragon hunting, and a fresh Tiamat trial await you.
Streaming has helped demystify Dungeons & Dragons for a whole new generation of fans. There has never been more great D&D content to watch. It has also opened the gates for incredible content to be created, including one new D&D show I'm personally quite partial to because I happen to have the honor of being a part of it. It's called Legends of the Multiverse. Let's take a look at the new ambitious D&D play series in this exciting trailer. You can watch Legends of the Multiverse on the Dungeons & Dragons YouTube and Twitch channels when it premieres later this month. As a storyteller, I absolutely love the way D&D invites everyone into this world of adventure. Whether they want to play it on the tabletop, experience it through video games, watch it on the big screen, or be swept away through the pages of an expertly crafted novel.
You're so right, B-Dave. D&D brings us together in such fun and meaningful ways. And that's why it was so exciting to see all the new content and products coming our way in 2022 and beyond. From incredible brands like Spelljammer, Baldur's Gate 3, and Neverwinter.
And from products like the new campaign cases, the Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel anthology, the Reborn starter set, and so much more.
In fact, here is a sneak peek of a brand new miniatures gaming experience coming later this year.
In the forgotten dungeons of the Forgotten Realms, an elusive treasure awaits you. But standing between you and your prize, the monsters who lie beneath. Gather your party, press forward, and beware your rivals. The Harpers.
The Zentarum stand in our way!
Hold fast!
The Zentarum.
Only the Harpers oppose us.
Let no creature pass.
And those who guard the keep. A brand new tactical skirmish miniatures game in the Dungeons & Dragons universe. Are you brave enough to face the onslaught? Pre-order at your game store or online.
Gather your forces and battle fearsome monsters and worthy rivals on a quest for treasure and glory in this exciting combat board game. You can get your hands on Dungeons & Dragons Onslaught in local game stores this October.
We've traveled between worlds in our show today. And to reward you for sticking with us for the entire journey, we have one more intriguing thing for you.
But before we go, we want to thank you for joining us for the first ever D&D Direct.
Everything in the world of D&D is meant to be shared amongst family, friends, and fans, which is why it was such an honor to celebrate that world with all of you today.
I completely agree, Anna. And somehow our love for the game just keeps growing deeper as we discover new products, create content, and adventure together. How amazing to see such evidence that D&D will never stop bringing new shared experiences and journeys to players. And to underscore that truth, here is one more thing we hope you all enjoy.
I often wonder why we fight. With all the evil forces that plague this land, the odds feel insurmountable. Our enemies are savage, cruel, and relentless. But even in knowing all this, we must still fight on. Not for victory. Not for kings. Not even for glory. But for each other.